You may once have heard of the ill-fated Queen of France who lost her head to the guillotine in the French Revolution, but have you heard of what happened to her children? Marie Antoinette was a caring and devoted mother, and as the Queen of France, it was one of her duties to produce a royal heir to the throne, and she did produce 4 biological children as well as other children that she adopted that I will delve into in a future video. Her first child was born in 1778 after 8 years of marriage to Louis XVI upon their marriage in 1770, named Marie-Thérèse Charlotte. She was actually named after her Marie Antoinette's mother, as well as Marie Antoinette's favorite sister, Maria Carolina. So, the fate of Marie-Thérèse Charlotte. She did survive the French Revolution, and she was initially imprisoned, and she was not told about her mother's execution separated from her until 1795, upon when she was used as a trading pawn with the Austrian army, which negotiated her release, and then she was set off to marry her cousin Louis, and she remained living with him until the French monarchy was restored, and she did return to France in 1815. And she went in and out of exile of France depending on who was in power. Ultimately though, she died in Austria where her mother had been born in 1851 of pneumonia at the age of 71. Marie Antoinette's next child born, Louis Joseph, was born in 1781 and was the heir to the French throne. However, he struggled with tuberculosis of the spine, and unfortunately he died before the heat of the French Revolution took off in 1789. Marie Antoinette's next son born was Louis Charles, which some deem as Louis XVII. Upon his father's execution in 1793, royalists did name him Louis XVII. However, he was deeply abused while he was imprisoned by his jailers. He was forced to sign a document saying that his mother had committed incest with him, and ultimately he died in prison in 1795, mostly due to abuse and tuberculosis by accounts. Marie Antoinette's last child born, Princess Sophie, died while she was in infancy. She died in 1787. So the fate of Marie Antoinette's biological children, unfortunately, was that she did have to bury 2 of them while they were still young, and she was separated from the other 2 that survived.